In this video, you will learn how to create a CRUD application with Laravel 12. CRUD is an acronym of create, read, update, and delete. That means we learn about basic add, listing, edit, delete operations using Laravel. Let's get started. Open your terminal, go in the directory where you are going to install your app. For me, it's going to be desktop. Run Laravel new. Add the name of your project. Choose non-Laravel start kit. Choose database your application will use. For me is SQLite. Yes, run npm. Our Laravel application has been created. Let's go ahead and cd into our app. And then run composer, run dev. Open this URL right here in our browser. And welcome to our default Laravel page. When we visit, for example, /product path, we are redirected to the not found page. But we need to be redirected to the product index page. To do that, we need root, controller, and the view. So let's first open our project in VS Code editor, right? Navigate to the root folder in web.php file. Over here, define root. Handle a get request to /product. Put a function which will return the index view from product folder. We haven't created this index view and this product folder. So we'll go on resource, on view, create a folder called products, and then create a file index.bread.php with title product list. Now when we visit this product/path, you can see the index product page. Let's work on adding the design template on this index product page. So let's first go back on VS Code project, on resources, views directory, create a folder called layouts. In this folder, add a file called base.bread.php. This file will contain all common structure of all views in this project. So let's continue and go in welcome.bread.php. Copy all this and paste it into base.bread.php file. Remove all this content of this body tag. And then add a Laravel helper called @yield with name content. Remove also this here. Now let's go in products in index.bread.php file using @extend layouts.base and then call the session content. Move this title here, right? Now when we reload this URL, you can see that the design changed. And for example, if I change the title, we can see the live hot reload work, which is better. Now let's work around on adding the design on this product index page. So for that, I have already created the template for the design. You can find that in this video description. For me, the design templates are in my desktop directory. I'm going to place this template on my CRUD app project in public folder. Let's create a folder called templates and go in a template design folder, copy all the content and paste it into public template directory. I do that for needs of this video. You can put it where you want. Now, when you go in VS Code project on public, on a template, on CSS folder, open this CRUD.css file, copy all the content and go on resource, on CSS into the app.css file, remove all the content and paste your style here, right? Go back on Fabric, on template, in CRUD.html file, copy this main tag, go on resource, on views, on layouts, in base.bread.php file, paste it here, and then close this main tag. And then we'll go back on Fabric, on template, in CRUD.html file, copy this, and go on resource, on view, on product, in index.bread.php file, paste it here. Finally, let's fix the image directory because it was changed. So go back to the index file over here and change this directory to /template/images/noimage.png. Right? Now let's go in web.php file on root directory. Right now, we're just loading the view directory from index, but we want to do this /product, and we want to go to the product controller at methods called index, and then add the name of this root called products.index. We need import this controller from controller directory, but we haven't created this controller. Let's go in terminal and run php artisan make controller and add the name of our controller called product controller. The product controller is created. Let's go back to web.php file, import product controller from app http controllers directory. Now let's create these index methods in product controller. Over here, create a method called index, which will run a view called products.index. We just finished to create our project and add design for our project. We will continue by fetching all data from database, add a search which will return a specific product, and add a pagination which will help us to navigate through different pages. So, let's get started. To create a model and a migration file for our database, we need to be on VS Code terminal. We need to run the following command: php artisan make model and add the name of our model. It is product model. Add -m for migration. The migration file is created. We can add some columns to define for our table how it will look like in database. So let's go in the database migrations directory. In this product migration file, we are going to add some column over here. Let's add table string name, which will be nullable. Add another columns, table text description, which will be nullable. Add table string image, which will be nullable. Add table string category, which will be nullable. Add integer quantity, which will be nullable. And then add integer price, which will be also nullable. Then we'll go in VS Code terminal, clear this out, and run php artisan migration command. The migration is generated. Let's check it out in our database directory, in database.sqlite file, under product table, and here they are. To open a database file in VS Code, I was install SQLite viewer plugin. Now I'm going to populate our database with test product. To populate a database with tested products, we need first to create a product seeder file with make seeder artisan command. So let's go in terminal, run PHP artisan make seeder and add the name of our seeder. It is product seeder. Hit enter. The seeder we've just created are placed in database in seeders directory. Now we need to add test product in this product seeder file. Over here, add db table products, insert our first product with name, for example, iPhone 15. Description, add description of this iPhone 15. Image will be no image.png. Category phone. Quantity 10 and price 1000. Let's add another product. Let's just change iPhone 15 to Samsung, and over here change the description, category say TV, and also let's just another one, the name smartwatch, description, change category. All right. By the way, don't forget to import db facade. Then let's update the database seeder file in a command this line. Calling over here product seeder class. Don't forget to import this seeder class. Now we need to seed our database by running the db seed artisan command. So we'll go on terminal, clear this out, and run php artisan db seed and add a specific seeder class we will run. Here it is product seeder. The seed is generated, so let's check it out in our database directory in a database.sqlite file under products, and here they are. Alright, now we are going to display all those products from database and show it in a table. To display products from database and show it in table, we need to go in product controller, in index methods, create a variable products, and call all products. Make sure you import product from model and then paste it into view with compact. Now let's go in index.bread.php. Over here, we are going to make a loop with for each. Copy all this tag and paste it into our for each loop. And here, add a condition product image if it exists. Show the image from image folder. Otherwise, show no image from template folder. We haven't created this image folder. So let's create this folder in public folder, and then copy this noimage.png from template image directory and paste it in our images folder. Now we can see our list of product with image is appear. So let's add the name over here. Let's say product name. You can see that the name changed. Let's add product category over here. Let's say product category. You see the product is changed. Let's add product quantity over here. And you can see the quantity here. You see now all our product fetched from database in our product index page. All right, now we are going to work around search a specific product in our table. When we type a name of product on this input, we need to get the product here. So red create. Over here, form with request get and add action on root product.index. And then add raw search. On this input, add vary with request search. And then don't forget to close this form. Right? Now let's go in product controller. Over here, add the request and the variable request. Let's declare a variable keyword with request get search. And here add a condition. If request search exists, our variable product will return a result where the name like keyword or where category like keyword otherwise return our product. Now when we search a specific product, you see the result instantly here, which is better. Let's end this tutorial by adding the pagination. It will be good if a user can efficiently navigate through data with this pagination. This is not working for the moment, so let's work around this pagination. We are going to make this pagination reusable. Let me go in product folder in index.bread.php file over here, move all this content, and I'm going to create a reusable pagination file. So let's link product and create a pagination file in include folder. Include folder will contain our file which will be shared to different pages. We haven't created this include folder and we haven't created this pagination file. So let's create this include folder and create a pagination file and paste this here. Now let's create a condition. If paginator has pages, that means if page is exist, show pagination. So let's copy this and paste it here. Let's add another condition. If paginator is on first page, the link tag will disable. Otherwise, the link tag will have an active class. and link to paginator previous page URL. Let's add a loop. For each element as element. In for each, add an if condition. If there is a string element, show the element. Otherwise, if the element is an array, look into this array with for each element as page with URL. If page equal paginator equal current page, return active link with page number. Otherwise, return link page with URL. And the number of the page. Okay. And then let's add another condition. If paginator has more pages, show the link tag, which will redirect to the next page URL. Otherwise, show this tag. This will be a reusable paginator. Now let's go to the product controller into the index function. Add first a variable which will return a number of data in each page. Let's add 2, for example. Over here, instead of get, we need to use paginate and add a number of data we need for each page. Over here, let's remove this and add latest with paginate with number of data you need for each page, and then return product index with e variable, request input page 1 minus 1 multiply with 2. Here, 2 is a number you need for each page. You can see that the pagination work. we finish to display our product from database, add a stretching and a pagination on this product list. In upcoming, we are going to see how to create a product of this CRUD application. First of all, we need to make this button workable. When we click on this button, we need to take the user to the create product page. For that, we need to create the root, a function in a controller, and the view. So let me go on root in a web.php file. Over here, let's copy this. For the path, it will be /product/create. The function in product controller will be create, and the name is product.create. We haven't created that create function, so let's create this function. Let's go on product controller, and let me create a function called create, which will return the view from products folder called create. We haven't created that create view, so let's create that view. Go on resource, on product, create a file called create.blade.php, which will return a title, product create page. Now, if you visit /product/create path, then we are on that page. We see the product create page message, but instead of display this message, we need to display the design. I have already created the design, so let's add the design. First of all, let's go back into create file and extend the layout base. Call the session called content, and then add this title into this session. All right, now let me go on Fabric, on template, in CRUD.html file, copy this session from here, go to the create.blade.php file and paste it over here. Let me come back on browser. We have this beautiful design. So now we need, after fill out this form, when someone click on this save button, we need to save those information in our database, right? Let's start that part. So go back in create file over here, add a form with request method posts to action root product.store, encrypt multipath form data, add an @sysref token, add to this input a name called name, add to this input a name called description, add to this input a name called image, and accept image file, add to this input a name category, add to the input a name called quantity, and then add to this input a name called price. And don't forget to close this form. Now when we visit the create page, you see this error, root product.store not found. Let's fix that by going on root folder in web.php file. Let's copy this. For the request, it will be post. The function in product controller will be store. And the name is product.store. Now it is fixed. When we fill out this form, when we select or change the image, we need to show it in this image tag. So we'll go in create file on this image tag. Remove this and add ID called file preview. In this input with type file, add a function on change called show file with parameter event. Now let's create this function over here in a script tag. Function show file passing event. Var input equal event.target. Var reader equal new file reader. Reader on load equal function which will return a var data URL equal reader.result. Var output equal document.getElementById. Called file preview, and output dot source equal data URL. And then reader dot read as default URL and passing input dot file 0. Then when we choose an image on this input, you see this image is appear here. It is perfect. Now we are going to create a method called store in product controller, which will help us to save product in database. We'll create the function over here called store and passing requests with variable request. Variable product will call a new product. Product name will get a request name. Product description will get request description. Now let's manage the image. I'm going to create a variable called file name with time request image. and get create original extension. Request image. We'll move on public path in folder called image, and then add the file name. The image folder are already created in public directory. Then product image will get the file name. We finish to manage image. Let's continue. Product category will get a request category. Product quantity will get a request quantity. And product price will get a request price. Then products will be saved. After save product, we are going to be redirected to the root called product.index. Let's verify over here if I was making a mistake. And here it is get create extension. And over here there are price. We finished to verify if our function is good. Now let's go on the browser, create a product, fill out this form. Click on save, then it save it. And we are directed to the product index page, which is perfect. Now we are going to add notification. It will be good to show the post notification after saving the product. So we'll do that by going on product controller, install function, and over here we'll redirect to the product index page with flash message product added. We haven't created this flash message, so we'll go on includes folder and create a file called flash message.bread.php. Into this file, create a condition. If session has flash message, we will return a session flash message, which will be a URL tag. And in a URL tag, let's create RE tag and add our session flash message. And then let's add some style. Background color will be green and the color white. Now let's include this flash message in product index page. Go in product index page. Over here, add at include.flash message. Alright. Now let me try to add a new product by fill out this form. Click on the save button and we see this beautiful post notification over here. We finished to add our post notification. Now we are going to add a validation. Now we are going to add a validation. First of all, we need to go on product controller over here. Add a request to validate. Name will be required. And description will be required, for example. Right now go on resource, on include folder, create a file called error.bread.php. Into this file, create a condition. If there is any error, we are going to redirect the error. So let's create a URL tag. In a URL tag, add a for each variable error. We get all errors and show it in a URL tag. All right. Let's end it by add some style. Background color will be red and the color white. Now let's include this error message. Go in product create page over here, add at include.errors. Now you can see if I try to validate this form without name and description, I got those errors. Alright, it work. Finally, let's make this button workable. So we'll go in product index page over here, change this button to a link tag with href which route to product.index. Which route to product.create. Now if I click on this add button, we are on create page. Alright, it works. We finished to create a product form and save data in database. We add also a notification and error message to the form, which is great. In upcoming, we are going to see how to edit a product in this CRUD application. So I need to work with one form for edit page and create page. So let's manage this form. First go in product folder, create a form.bread.php. Now let's go in create.bread.php. Remove this form here and go into form.bread.php, paste it here. Go back in create.bread.php, add at include product.form and form mode equal create. Let's move all the content of this script tag to form.bread.php file, paste it here. As you can see, it is perfect. It continues to working. Now we need to create an edit.product file. To do that, we need to create the root, a function in product controller and the view. So let me go on root in web.php file. After here, let me copy this. For the request, it will be get. The path, it will be /product /variable product and /edit. The function in product controller will be edit, and the name is product.edit. We haven't created this edit function for the moment, so let's create this function by going on product controller, and let me create a function called edit and passing id. Into this function, create a variable product, which you will find a product with this id, and then we will return the view file from product folder called edit with compact product. We haven't created that edit view, so we'll go on resource, on product, create a file called edit.bread.php, and go in create.bread.php, copy these contents and paste it into edit.bread.php. Now if I visit a /product/1/edit path, then we are on this page. You can see the same page, which is the create product page, but we need to modify some of this text. Like instead of create product, we need edit product, right? So we'll do that part. Let's go in edit.bread.php file over here. Instead of create, let's use edit, and here instead of store, let's use update and add a variable product id, and then here add a method called path. Now let's go back in form.bread.php file. Over here, remove this and add a condition. Variable form data equal edit. We will show edit product, otherwise we will show create product. And here add another condition, form data equal edit, show update, otherwise show save. We'll copy this and paste it here. Now you can see some change here, which is perfect. Now we are going to return a product we are going to edit in this form. We'll go back in form.bread.php. Here we can add var set, which is just a condition, which will show a product name if it exists, otherwise it will show nothing. And this work, you can see the product name here. Similarly, we are going to do the same thing for the product description, image, category, quantity, and price. So we'll go back to form.bread.php. Here we can add another condition, var set if variable product description is exist, show that product description, otherwise show nothing. And this work, you can see product description. Let's do the same on this image. Set product image, show the image from asset, images / products image. Otherwise, asset, template / image, no image .png, which means if the image exists, show it, otherwise show the image from template images directory. And this work, you can see product image. Let's continue on this category. If product category exists, show a product category, otherwise show nothing. And it's work. You can see the product category. Let's continue on product quantity. If product quantity exists, show the product quantity, otherwise show nothing. And this is also work. And finally, let's add a value of product price. Show the product price if it exists, otherwise show nothing. And this work, you can see the product price. Now we need, after edit this form, when someone click on this update button, we need to save those information in our database, right? For that, we need to create the root and the function in control. So let me go on root in web.php file. After this, let me copy this. For the request, it will be patch. For the path, let's remove this. The function in product controller will be update. And the name of this root is product.update. We haven't created this update function, so let's create this function. Let's go on product controller. And let me create a function called update over here. And add a request, and also passing ID. Go into store function, copy all those content and paste it in update function. Now over here, remove this and add product. We find or fail, we will get a product with his ID. Here, we need to remove the existing image and save the new image. So let's create a condition. If a file exists is image, then in a rank this image. We haven't created this variable image, so let's do that. Variable image path, we'll call public path, slash images slash variable image. We call the image path with the product image. Now let's copy this and paste it here. And over here, instead of added, use updated. Now, if I modify the product and save the change, you can see that it is updated, which is perfect. Finally, let's make this button icon workable. So let's go in product in index page. Over here, change this button to a link tag with href, which route to the product dot edit and passing product ID. Now if I click on this button icon, we are on edit page. Alright, it works. Let's stay here. In upcoming, we are going to see how to delete a product in this CRUD application. When we click on this delete icon, we need to take the user to a pop-up box and confirm the delete product, right? First of all, we need to make this delete icon workable. This is not working for the moment. So let me go on product in index.bread.php file. Let me search for this delete icon. Over here, we need to add form with method post and action, which will route to the product destroy, and then passing the product ID. Then add a method field called delete, add a ssref token, and on this button add a type, which is submit, add a quick event, which will return a confirm pop-up box with confirm delete message. And then close this form tag. Now let's define the root product.destroy on root in a web.php file. After here, let me copy this. For the request, it will be delete. The function in product controller will be destroy, and the name of this root is product.destroy. We haven't created that destroy function, so let's create this function. Let's go on product controller. Let me create a function called destroy, passing the product ID. We will get a variable product, which will find a specific product, or fail if it not exist. And then delete the product. After, redirect the product to the index.bread.php file. with message product deleted. Because we need to remove the image in the path when it exists, red copy this in update method and paste it here. Let me save this and try to delete this product. Yes, delete, and that product goes deleted from our UI and it also removed from our database. This is great. Now I'm going to finish by put this button on the same line. So let's go in products index file. Over here, add a style which display in line. Alright, it worked. So that is all about of this tutorial. We finished to delete product from database, and then we finish to run about basic add, listing, edit and delete operations using Laravel 12. I think this tutorial will help you. If you still have any kind of question, you can ask me in comment box. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Give a like if you did and subscribe for more.